What is up, stationaries? So get this, Sony refuses to sit down and play nice as we get closer and closer to E3, coming along with a surprise partnership reveal, as well as a state of play focusing on one of the most anticipated games in their arsenal. But wait, there's more. What do you do when one of your flagship games hits a milestone? You have a retrospective, of course. Strap in, guys, because Crossroads is live right now. Welcome to Crossroads, PlayStation podcast for Boss Rush Games. I am LeRon Dawkins, and as always, I am joined by the PlayStation doctor himself, Austin Campbell. What's good, Ben?
What's up? I'm glad to be back.
Well, I'm always glad you're here. All right, here with us tonight as third chair is the Boss Rush boss man himself, Corey Dirrig.
Hello, I'm glad to be here. Because I own PlayStation consoles.
That's not the only prerequisite to get onto our show, man.
Good, because I don't own a PlayStation right now.
I knew you were lying, you dirty little liar.
Not a single one?
I sold them to get my Series X. And then, I was like, PlayStation will be available. And guess what? I lied to myself.
No.
This is why you're suffering. This is why.
Look, to be fair, Thursday's the day I've been looking forward to for a long time.
I thought that was the day you're going to sleep all day.
No, I said I would like to sleep all day. There's a difference.
Okay, fine. I'll leave you alone.
Leave me alone.
And returning this week to press that share button along with us once again is Justin Gardner, better known as Zoomy2009. Welcome.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on again.
Right.
You're Zoomy.
Ah.
All right, so I say this all the time, and yeah, it's still relevant. I know it's only Tuesday, but how's everybody's week going?
It's Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. It's, man, if I could just fast forward to Friday, it would be wonderful.
I'm right there with you.
I'm
Do
actually
you
not.
all get 4-day weekends this weekend?
Hell yes.
I get a 3-day weekend, so it's not as cool, but
More than two.
Wait,
it's true.
That's true.
Yeah, more than two. Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite at that is it Friday yet phase, but I tell you what, depending on how tomorrow goes, because every week I have to attend a business meeting for my job, and sometimes it's like, you know that meme is like oh, why is you here? That meme? Yeah. Like sometimes I have that look on my face to certain people in that meeting, and it's like, ugh. So I'll stay tuned. I will let you know how that Wednesday goes tomorrow. Oh boy. So yeah, it's been an interesting week as far as PlayStation news is concerned. You guys see the notes?
I'm reading them right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like we should probably just pack into it. I don't know.
Did you say pack it in? Are we
I
done?
said
Is it over already?
I said pack into it. Okay.
Maybe I
like
like a ruck, like you march into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, it's hey, you know what? Interesting thing. Who else had their COVID vaccine? Like fully vaxxed? Who's fully vaxxed right now?
I am.
Okay, so Austin, where are you at in the vaccination process?
I have not, because I got a lot of medical issues.
Okay.
I'm allergic to every medicine pretty much alive.
Oh, you're one of those kids.
Yeah.
Oh snap! So
you're just lucky to be alive at this point.
Yeah, pretty
so
much.
basically, the World Health Organization is saying if you get it, you get it.
Yeah. At this point, they straight up.
Sorry, Austin, you're just not meant for this world. We will see you next time.
I mean, I'm surprised I made it this far. To be quite honest, they told my nana, like, basically, I don't get it because it might do something bad to you, and I pretty much got all of her genes, so it's
no.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. I've been dealing with like this shoulder neck thing since I had the second shot, and now I think I've finally figured out what happened. I think they nicked a nerve when they gave me the second shot.
Ooh.
Because when I tell you, like, I got this thing going on, like, it starts in like the crook of my neck where it meets the shoulder, and then it goes halfway down past the tricep, and man, like, there's some days like sitting at my desk is uncomfortable. So so yes, but I can't go back and shout at the pharmacist because the first thing the pharmacist is going to say is, "Did you get the shot for free? Shut the hell up."
Can we take a moment to note that LeRon wore the perfect shirt to be able to
Yeah.
go
Oh, yeah.
down? Just
He had the demonstration ready. It's in the notes. Read the notes; they're written down.
In the very fine text.
Wow.
I like that. It's like you were practicing for on stage. Very.
Hey, it's called show and tell. All right. Hey, was anybody else dealing with any weird stuff post shot? Like I don't know. Like I'm trying not to complain about it because it could be worse. I could just be out there in the wilds dealing with like no vaccine and possibly catching COVID. I'm sorry, Austin.
Well, I was gonna say you didn't get the. Did you get the blood clot one, the Johnson and Johnson one?
No. You know what?
Okay.
That's the crazy part. Like I was actually trying to hold out for that one. And then my roommate, she's a pharmacist and she runs a pharmacy, and as soon as they got like a decent batch, like she called the house and was like, hey, I got the COVID shot here at the store. Do you want to come in and get one? And I was like, not really. And then she was like, well, you live in the house with me, so you're coming to get one. So that's how that rolled out.
That's how that worked.
I have noticed that I've been a little bit more tired since then. I don't know if that's just because I don't sleep and, maybe stayed up and edited 14 videos the last 2 nights. And 2 kids. But, I'm just saying, I noticed it after I got the vaccine.
Well, who told you to like, like make whoopee and like have another kid during COVID though? Who told you to do that?
We were stuck inside. We got bored.
The CDC?
Yeah, CDC. What else are you supposed to do?
I was trying to avoid making kids during COVID. I don't know. Maybe my priorities are just different. I don't know. Wait.
I made a mistake.
Justin, you had a kid during COVID too. How is that? How was that?
It was interesting,
Mhm.
right? Because everything was shut down. Well, we found out at the end of January, so this was right before COVID kicked off.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So technically, your child is not a COVID baby. Technically,
right. Born during, but that didn't stop. Usually, and Austin and Corey, having a kid, sympathy weight is a real thing. When you stack COVID protocol on top of that, it is like double the effect.
Yeah, I was victimized by the COVID-15, so I can only imagine.
Oh man, let me tell you, man. Oof, man, I would not want to be outside with the shirt off anytime soon. So.
What are you talking about, man? I know you're a runner. Like get out there and do that whole shirtless thing, like every guy your age does.
Listen. No. And
I'll do it if you do it.
No.
We already know you do it, LeRon. We've seen your posts.
Yeah.
No, those are the cool downs. I usually run with the shirt on, and then when I hit my street to actually end the run, that's when I take it off.
Wow. I had a kind of a mean joke, but it was also going to be funny. I guess I'll tell it. I know there's a picture of you that goes up every time I open Twitter because it says that retro code like this picture. It's usually of you. I'm just kidding, Ed. I love you.
You know what? On that note,
I can't not go on a show and poke fun at Ed, even if he's there.
Nope.
Or if he's not there.
Nobody can go on a show and not poke fun at Ed. That's the magic.
Look, we all know Ed's the heart and soul of Boss Rush. We have to poke at him once in a while. He likes it.
He's a big boy. He can take it.
He likes the attention, guys. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
We're actually just feeding his ego right now. It's probably lathered in ketchup and barbecue, and it's probably from Panda Express or Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Is Ed really one of these people putting ketchup on their Chinese food? Because I'm going to question everything.
Probably, because I've heard of people who put ketchup on their fried rice, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I've seen it one time, and I've never talked to that person since.
I still struggle to figure out why people put ketchup on their eggs.
Oh, me too.
I can't figure that one out either. I can't figure out ketchup on fried rice, ketchup on eggs, and there's one other thing that I've seen people put ketchup on, and I'm like, what are you?
Oh, mashed potatoes is another one. I've seen mashed potatoes. I'm like, no.
Look, as the person here who doesn't like anything, I do not like ketchup on anything, so I don't know what's
not surprised.
I don't know what's real and what's not in terms of what people put ketchup on.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about food, let's just go ahead and get this housekeeping out the way and go straight to PlateStation. How about that?
Oh gosh, okay.
All right, this is Crossroads, a PlayStation podcast of Boss Rush Games. Every week we come together bringing you the latest in news, rumors, games, and general discussion in the world of PlayStation. Crossroads is live on twitch.tv/Exodus803, Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're unable to join us during the live event, Crossroads can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast apps. And if you like the show, then please consider subscribing to our podcast show. You can also see the show on youtube.com/BossRushGames, as well as our website, BossRushGames.com, every Thursday. And as a bonus, it uploads live on my youtube.com/Exodus803 on Wednesdays. So, yes, check it out. While you're there, don't forget to check out our growing family of podcast shows. And remember to share, rate, and review us wherever you check out our show. And also, one last thing. Take a moment, give us a follow at PS_Crossroads on Twitter. Now then, let's go ahead and talk about what's on your PlateStation. And instead of talking about food tonight, we're going to talk about drinks, because it's a soft drink chug fest. Yeah, chug fest. for
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so here's how it goes. All right, whether it be soda, Gatorade, Red Bull, White Claw, or just plain water, what's always stocked in your cooler or your mini fridge? All right, guys, so this is how we're breaking this one down. Of course, as you know, 3 different questions, and we have fun with it. Question number 1 is, what is your favorite type of drink? And when I say type of drink, I'm talking about, are you boring and you only drink water? Are you all about seltzers, or do you just go straight to the adult, locker and hit the alcohol, stuff like that?
I'm pretty boring. I usually just drink water and like energy drinks because I don't sleep. So I'm real boring. So sorry to disappoint everyone. I'm the worst.
Well, you know what? You're gonna find a way to spice it up tonight when we start talking about this, so you can be prepared. We're also gonna break down our favorite brand of drink. Yeah, our favorite brand, and then our favorite flavor for any type of tasty beverage. So, hey Justin, you're the guest tonight. Why don't you start? What is your favorite type of drink, buddy?
I guess it depends on the mood, right? So being military, as you would know, so I'm with Corey, a lot of water and a lot of energy drinks, especially depending on that shift work when that comes up. But definitely a fan of alcohol, more specifically whiskey. That is my if I have a choice, like I still like my beers and have my choices there, but whiskey will always be of many different types: scotches, single malts, bourbons.
So Actually, no. Oh, nope. That's the next question. So you just hold that thought. But hey, since Justin went in and opened the door for like a regular drink and an alcoholic drink, everybody else can do it too now. I love it when the guest goes first. Corey, are you really gonna be that guy? Are you really gonna be that guy?
I am gonna be that guy.
Water, not Red Bull or Monster or even
Gatorade.
Look,
he just drinks the energy drink. That's all it says on the can.
Yes, it's just a white can with black letters.
The one that's on sale. Whatever's on sale.
Yep.
Whatever's on sale.
Right now, I'm drinking Ultra Black Monster Energy, and it is not good. But it was on sale, so I gotta suck it up for 2 weeks, or maybe I'll just drink 5 a day and get rid of it. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Are you gonna volunteer an alcoholic beverage as tribute?
Honestly, no. I don't really drink alcohol, to be 100% honest with you, which is probably why I'm stressed out all the time.
Look at how wholesome this guy is. Jeez.
No, it's a long story.
Do you have trouble sleeping, like going to sleep?
Nope.
Because that helps. Oh, okay.
No. I was on the couch earlier today, and I just sat down and I closed my eyes and I fell asleep for like 5 minutes. It was the best nap I've ever taken. No, I don't like, if I go to bed, I will be out within like 5 minutes. I don't have any trouble falling asleep, but I would rather be doing something, and I don't have a lot of time to do things. Like, I don't have a lot of free time for myself, right? So I usually after my wife and kids go to bed, I'll try to stay up, and I'll like force myself to stay up late, even though I have to be up at 4:45 for work every day. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't sleep. I don't like to sleep. It's
okay.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
We'll stop making Corey uncomfortable.
It's LeRon. It's really LeRon's fault why I'm not asleep right now. So.
Wait. Oh, right now. I'm glad you said right now, because I've been like, what do I do during the week to keep you up? And don't answer that question.
That's for the only sleeps account.
He's like, you have to come on Crossroads tonight. I'm like,
even though didn't I hit you with the "you up" on Saturday night? Remember that one?
Yeah.
It wasn't my proudest moment.
It's I don't know. Sunday nights are like the worst now because we decided to do Boss Rush next day instead of a week later, which was a really bad decision considering the essence of the show isn't really timely. So I regret that decision immensely.
Hey, you're on it though, so I mean, do it, man. I mean, in all honesty, like you doing, it's funny because you're doing Boss Rush, where you're doing Boss Rush and editing and putting it up on Monday, and guess what? I'm doing Crossroads, editing and putting it up on Wednesday. So,
yeah, well, I'm doing
how do we do
Pow
this?
Block too.
So. At least Pow Block, you have a 2-day buffer.
Yeah, but I like to at least get it. So inside baseball. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over. PlateStation. I have to have everything done for Boss Rush on Sunday night, which usually means I'm up till like 1 or 1:30.
Mm-hmm. And you still have to get up at 5:30, right?
Yeah, I do. Well, I get up at 4:45 every day for work. Sometimes I sleep till 5, but don't tell anyone. I have to get everything done for Boss Rush for Monday, but for Pow Block, I will edit it all and just let it process overnight. Mm-hmm. And then before I leave for work, I'll just upload it all to YouTube. And then when I get home, I'll finish the rest of it. Usually, except for right now.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go, audience. There's some behind the scenes of what goes on in Boss Rush.
Yeah. I'll take volunteers to do all this work for me.
A lot of Corey doing stuff.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it got so bad that I was like, "Hey, man, I'll help."
Yeah. I mean, Jesse's been doing Arsenal X too, which has helped a lot.
That's great.
So,
All right, who are we on to next? Austin, right? We're on to you, right?
Yeah.
Favorite type of drink, and you can throw in an alcoholic beverage as a bonus.
I like everything. I drink mostly water, and I drink a Monster every day, at least that I work. I try not to drink them on the weekends, but every day that I work, I drink one.
I try not to drink them on days that don't end in day.
Yeah. I mean, I try, but it doesn't always work that way. So I've always got them in the fridge now. I like the Ultra Gold, the Ultra Violet, Ultra Paradise. All the Ultra ones are pretty good. I think Corey's got the worst one though.
Yeah, dude, this is bad.
Yeah, the Ultra Black is one of the worst ones for sure.
It's bad.
I'm sorry, my energy drink of choice is Bang.
I like Bang too, but I can buy them in a bigger pack on the Monsters, and they're cheaper when you buy them in a bigger pack. That's why I've always done that.
If you go to Costco or Sam's.
Yeah.
Sam's Club is usually pretty cheap.
Yeah. I go to Sam's, and so Bang, if you just get the 4-packs, they are cheaper. But once you get bigger, the only place I've seen Bang in a bigger pack than 12 was at a gas station one time. They had 24 packs just randomly in the gas station. And I was like, all right. And then I never saw them again.
Yep. Costco and Sam's here, the 24 packs for $33 regular. But if you catch them on sale, it's like $1.40 a can.
Yeah, yep. It's nice. It's the best way to do it, honestly. But yeah, I drink those. I do like Pepsi. That's if I drink a soda, I usually go for that. I'm not gonna get into my Mountain Dew and donut thing.
You had the wrong company on here. You had the wrong company on tonight for this one.
Laying in wait for it.
Yeah. But then I just like drinking all kinds of stuff. I like Gatorade and Powerade, and then liquor. I prefer rum. That's my go-to.
Yes.
Bumbu rum is my favorite bottle.
Did you say Bumbu rum?
Yes, Bumbu. Bumbu.
I feel like you made up that word for this podcast.
I've seen it, but I've seen it in the liquor store, but I've never had it.
It looks like a pirate. It's a pirate bottle. It's got the cork. It's got the big X on it. Lil Wayne endorses it.
Oh, wow.
And that's not why I drink it, but Lil Wayne endorses it.
My favorite type of drink, I still have a soft spot for sodas. I'm definitely a root beer or cream soda guy.
I think that's a generation thing. I think you're just old.
Really, you just had to go there, didn't you?
I got to get one in a show, man.
You just couldn't help yourself.
I'm with you on the root beer though. I like a good root beer here and there. Cream soda, that shit's way too sweet for me.
I will drink a root beer. I enjoy IBC. I enjoy Stewart's.
Oh hell yes, yeah.
My dad turned me onto this stuff called Frosty's root beer.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've heard that one or not.
It's good.
And a guilty pleasure of mine is if I go to a fast food place and they have those Coca-Cola vending machines that dispense 164 different flavors. Yeah. Yeah, because
yes.
I mean, some days it'll be peach, some days it'll be orange, some days it'll be raspberry. some type of crazy ass root beer is getting in the cup. Let's put it that way.
And they got all the kinds of Fantas too. It's just like the green apple Fanta and all that stuff. That stuff's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm also with you right there, Austin. I'm a rum guy. I'm a rum guy. If we're talking about the hard liquor, it's rum for me. If we're talking about like beers or whatnot, I'm a cider guy.
Cider, yeah. I'm not a big beer guy, but the Angry Orchard and the Reds, I can get down with those. I can get down with those.
Speaking of too sweet, Reds are too sweet for me, and And like I'm the guy who eats like giant bags of gummy savers, on podcasts. So if I'm saying something's too sweet, it's too sweet.
I really like the blueberry reds. I don't really care for the regular reds, but the blueberry reds is really good.
Shoot, I can hear it now. But I had a watermelon Angry Orchard the other day. Oh my god!
Oh, I never even seen those.
It was a single too. Like it was a single. Like I was over at somebody's house and it was a single and it was a watermelon, and I was like, "Where'd you get these at?" And he was like, "Trader Joe's." Like I took my ass, but Trader Joe's could not find them.
Man, I don't. We don't have Trader Joe's, but we have Aldi's, and I've never even seen anything like that there.
Does Aldi even serve alcohol? Does it like sell alcohol?
Oh, yeah,
they have some craft beer and some.
I've never seen it. I guess I never look. Like I'm always going there for like other stuff.
I mean, if you're gonna go look for beer, Aldi is not exactly the first place you're going.
No.
Let's be honest. So.
You should go to the gas station.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so real fast, guys. What's your favorite brand of drink? It looks like Corey's like stuck on Monster.
I actually I like most Monster, but I think Red Bull actually works a lot better. Sometimes I'll get one of those and I'll just be like, it feels like I drank 4 Monsters. It's great. But then it's also a bigger crash though. So I don't know. I've really been trying to not drink as many because it got bad for a minute. Like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to limit it to 1 because if I started drinking them in the day, I would drink 2 or 3 and then be like, "What is wrong with my heart right now?"
Exactly. Yep. Justin, what's your favorite brand?
So for my alcohol, it's probably the Jack Daniel's family.
Okay.
Like if I pick one, like I have a whole bunch. Like my bar is pretty stocked, but definitely love like the Tennessee Fire, especially. Way more than Fireball. If we're gonna start some controversy there, absolutely way better than Fireball.
Okay.
Fireball sucks.
Come on. Fireball's like basic bitch.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh,
it is. Like it is. I mean, it's good. It's good for when your party is bigger than like 20 people. But beyond that, anything under that.
When you're a broke college student and you're like, well,
that too. Yeah.
The volume for the price. But yeah,
Fireball is the people pleaser drink. It's hard to go wrong with it, but it's not the best.
Right.
You
grow up and mature in your tastes. You have to.
Let's look at it this way. Like the moment Pitbull made a song about, that's when people stopped drinking it.
Man, so Justin, you have the honey whiskey, the honey Jack Daniels, because that stuff.
That is delicious.
Ginger ale.
That is delicious. Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah. And then for my soft drink, I think Austin will appreciate this. I feel like I'm kind of fit here in the Midwest since I moved out here because Dr. Pepper is my jam.
Oh, see, I actually almost
you're
get
a deep
exiled.
ear, huh?
I get exiled by my own wife because I don't care for Dr. Pepper at all. Everyone in the Midwest loves Dr. Pepper, and I'm like, I mean, it's fine. I'll drink it if it's there, but
it has 23 flavors. Pick one.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't even know what it wants
Pepper
to be.
With the Tennessee Fire.
And then they add cherry to the Dr. Pepper, and then there's 24 flavors. It's like you can't just add cherry and be like, well, I'm a cola too. Come on.
I will say that Dr. Pepper is way better than Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb like Mellow Yellow is fine comparison to Mountain Dew, but Mr. Pibb is a terrible rendition of Dr. Pepper. It's not even close. It's like
that's why they tried to rebrand with Pibb Extra.
Oh yeah. You're not fooling anyone. No one wants to drink Pibb.
First of all, Pibb, when you look at it the right way, Pibb like seems to look like some other word, and just no. Austin, favorite brand?
Favorite brand, and I don't know. I guess Pepsi, because I think Pepsi also owns Gatorade, so that equals out. Mm-hmm. And then I think Coke owns Monster.
Yeah, they don't own Monster. They're just the distributing partner.
They're just distributing partner. Okay. So
I know way too much. Mostly because I used to work in a restaurant. They used to look at stocking Monster, and I had to look it all up. And but that's.
But I do really like Monsters. Like I just drink either one, but I like Bang too. Also, shout out to Boba Tea, straight up.
Oh yeah. Jesse's in the chat. Venom NXS. He just yelled out Fago.
He would.
Fago. I don't think I've even had a Fago, to be quite honest.
I can't remember like the last time. I know I've had one before, but I can't remember the last time I've had one. It's been years. For me, favorite brand to drink, I think right now I am stuck on. I'm actually stuck on Gatorades. Like, I mean, I'm drinking one right now, by the way. But you hit me with the freaking Glacier Cherry or the lime cucumber one. It's like it's a wrap.
It tastes straight like cucumber, man. There's something magical about the cucumber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I think right now, like, my fixation is on Gatorades, and not just because I'm drinking them right now. Like, it seems like whenever I go to any like convenience store, like if they have like the twofers on the Gatorades, I'm always grabbing some. So.
Are you a regular Gatorade, a G2, or a Gatorade Zero kind of person?
Not Zero, no.
Yeah, Zero's bad.
Okay. First of all, like you're not gonna ruin my day with like some fake sugar. You're not. Like I'm still not 100% sold on stevia, and stevia is supposed to be more natural than regular sugar for some strange reason. Right. If that makes any sense. But you're not gonna you're not gonna fool me with some fake sugar, and so yeah. If I'm drinking Gatorade Zero, y'all should ask me if I'm okay. Because there's something.
And honestly, the Zero tastes like the vitamin waters, but worse. Like they have less flavor than vitamin water, which is like, I don't even know how it works.
Yep, for real. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Favorite flavor of drink. You know what? I will say it right now. Pina colada flavored anything. Boom. That's me.
Yes, LeRon looks like he would drink a pina colada with a little umbrella coming out.
That's how you're supposed to.
I'll be right there with him. I'll do the same thing.
Hey, and make sure there's 2 cherries in that. Make sure.
Add some bamboo rum to it. It's all good. It's all good to go.
You know, I've never had bamboo rum, but I'll take your word for it.
You gotta. It's great. It's good stuff. It's the smoothest rum.
Next time I'm at the ABC store, I'll grab a bottle.
My favorite flavors are blue and green.
A die man, I like that. Okay, blue number 5.
I don't know what it is, but like Gatorade, the Arctic Freeze.
Yes,
and then the green, I like the green apple. Monsters, I like the blue and the green ones. Like, anytime it's like, if I don't know what I'm about to get into, I usually pick a blue or a green one because I usually like the flavors of
it. I'm also going to have.
That's not even my favorite. Those are my favorite colors either. I just like the blue and the green.
Oh, that means you used to ruin Jello Day at the school cafeteria, didn't you?
Oh, man. Dude, green Jello is the best Jello by far. I'll state that any day. Green Jello.
People still eat Jello? Is Jello like a real thing that people still eat? Like, is that? I don't know.
Well,
Jello just seems like such a Bill Cosby meme at this point.
Well, I tell you what, my wisdom teeth. If my wisdom teeth keep acting up, I'm going to be eating Jello for the next few days.
Yeah, I wish my kids weren't sleeping because I do my Bill Cosby impression. It's real bad, but it's also real funny to me.
There's there's a Jim Gaffigan joke where he's talking about bowling, and he said bowling is what you do when you've done everything else. And you say, would it be hysterical if we all just went bowling? That's what Jello is. It's just, wouldn't it be hysterical if we had Jello? If we ate some Jello.
What does he say about bowling? He's like, we could go bowling, or we could just hang ourselves. It's so dark, but it's so true. Like my wife had this, me and my wife had this conversation like probably 6 months ago. We were like, I don't think we've ever been bowling together. It's because there's so many better things to do than go bowling.
He's talking about the fan is the only sport where like a fan's blow your hands to keep your hands from getting sweaty. Like
it's also the only sport you can do while eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't play tennis and say, let me dig into these nachos.
Justin, you haven't gone yet, have you?
No, I think for me it's anything cherry or watermelon.
Okay. Not bad.
I didn't go either, by the way. Thanks, LeRon.
I know you didn't go. I was saving you for last.
No, you weren't. You just forgot.
No, I did not forget about you.
I like grapefruit drinks.
Wait, you like who?
Grapefruit flavored drinks.
You know what?
Grapefruit.
Hey, a good can of Fresca. Yes.
Austin, you're a monster guy. You should drink some Ultra Rosa.
Oh yeah. I think I've had that one, and I've had the Bang Rosé one too, and that one.
How's that? How's that one? Because I just feel like you're trying too hard on that one. How is it? I haven't had it.
It's fine, but it's not my go-to. I think we talked about it one time where the Pina Colada and the Radical Skedaddle. Those are the two I go with.
My top three are Pina Colada, Rainbow Unicorn, and Razzle Skedaddle. those are my main three. Oh wait, the peach mango one's not bad.
I was thinking of the pear one. The
I haven't
mango.
had that one.
Yeah, I think it's guava, something guava pear. It's really really good.
Yeah, but shoot, I was in
purple guava pear.
Purple guava pear. That's right.
I haven't had that one yet. I was in Food Lion. I was in Food Lion the other day, and they had 2 for $4 and buy 2 get 1 free. And just happened to be sitting on the shelf was like this new strawberry one, strawberry delish.
Oh,
so
I saw that one, but I haven't had it.
I grabbed 2 of them, and now I'm mad at myself because I'm like, I should have just grabbed 4.
So wait, it was 2 for $4, and then buy one get one free.
Buy 2 get 1 free. If you have your MVP card, it's 2 for $4. But as the bonus, it's buy 2 get 1 free also. So technically, you're getting 3 for $4. Yeah.
Dang, that's a good deal.
It's a great deal.
So Corey, your whole thing was grapefruit?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? That's it?
Huh.
I think that's it.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Jesse reminded me of the Dave Chappelle purple drink. I don't know if y'all remember that joke.
Oh, God. I feel like we'd get kicked off of Twitch if we went through that.
Yeah, don't get my channel shut down.
Yeah, you don't want to have with that episode of The Office where Michael Scott started doing Chris Rock sketch. It's like what?
or the very first episode where
we have to sign a form.
Or like that very first episode of The Office where he starts handing sticky notes out and one literally says black and Jew. And it's like, God. That show would be canceled so fast today if that happened.
All right, well, there you have it. The Soft Drink Chug Fest edition of What's on Your PlateStation. Hit us up at PS_Crossroads. Tell us about what your favorite type of drink is, your favorite brand, and your favorite flavor. We'd love to hear from you. And let's move right on along because we got some blurbs to get into. All right, so first up, A games producer at Konami teases plans to outsource more IPs. All right, this is gonna be real fast. Shin Murado, the lead producer for Getsu Fuma Den, Undying Moon. That's a game. That's the name of a game. Trust me. I didn't just curse at you.
I don't believe
Konami. From Konami, answers some questions with jpgames.de about his project being localized for a Western release. But if you skim too fast over that interview, you'd miss a very subtle clue about more Konami titles coming up in the future. Answering a question about indie studio Guru Guru working on bringing the old 1987 Famicom title, one more time, it's Getsu Fuma Den, to new audiences. Murado mentions to please wait for future projects like his to be announced, implying more collaborations are on the way from Konami regarding new and existing IPs. Exciting news indeed. Check out the link in our Twitch chat.
And that game looks awesome. That was like my favorite game of that Switch event that it was on. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it was on the Indie Direct. I remember that.
And then I saw it was made by Konami, and I was like, dang, that game's never coming out.
Someone's getting fired. No, it'll just be a pachinko machine somewhere.
Yeah. I'll have to go to the Hard Rock Casino to go play it.
All right, next up. The second challenge, as well as the first rewards, are now live for PlayStation's Days of Play 2021. Yes, that's right. Remember that contest is going on, so you get a whole bunch of free swag. Is going on right now. The second Days of Play challenge is now live, which will earn new avatars upon completion. The first reward, a theme and an avatar, is also available now. You can track your progress now on the official website, which is the Days of Play website. I'm putting that in the chat for you guys right now, for anyone that's out there and want to check it out and check your progress. And we're gonna move right along because you know what? It's never an episode of Crossroads if we don't talk about Cyberpunk.
Great.
This is how you
nice
know
being here.
LeRon
Thank you.
is the host of this show.
We don't talk about enough Cyberpunk on POW Block, so.
Oh, really? You guys should talk about it.
That's because you have Cloudpunk.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I said after a certain point, we were only gonna talk about Cyberpunk on Crossroads if there was relevant news, for Cyberpunk on PlayStation. And right now, the Cyberpunk 2077 devs are still in talks with Sony over the PlayStation Store's version returning.
Oh yeah, it's still not there, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been over 5 months since the release of CP77 on PS4, and the game's still missing from the PlayStation Store as of right now. It was removed just 10 days after launch back in February 2020, following the spectacle of poor performance on the base editions of the PlayStation 4. CEO Adam Kaczynski?
Yep.
I think I spelled that wrong.
I think you said it as best as you could say it.
Okay. CEO Adam Kaczynski had this to say during the company's latest shareholding meeting when commenting about the situation, which still has not been resolved. He says, "We are still in discussions, and with every patch, the game gets better and there is visible progress. But as we said, the decision is an exclusive decision on Sony. So we are waiting for the information and the fact that they took the decision to bring back this game." A couple of months ago, CD Projekt Red said that Cyberpunk 2077 was closer to a PlayStation Store return, and the company claims that that's still the case. "We do believe we're closer than further." That was actually written. That's not a typo. But of course, the final call is Sony's. So let's wait and see. That was made by CEO Michelle Nowakowski of CD Projekt Red. So, there you go. I told you, we only talk about relevant news for Cyberpunk 2077 because anything else, and all of a sudden people get really upset and bent out of shape.
No.
People don't get upset about Cyberpunk.
I think you're reading the wrong internet, LeRon.
Am I?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm ruining the show.
No, you're not. You're
Can you ruin the show if you're the boss?
Actually, yes, you can.
Yeah. Corey's not going to come in here and run my show. No, that's not going to happen.
I can't even run my own show. How am I going to run yours?
Into the ground?
Ooh. Rude.
Yeah.
True, but rude.
So yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart story overview trailer drops. We need to move on fast on this one. It's time for another episode of Zircon Jr.'s Almost Launch Party, the final of 3 videos showcasing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, an interdimensional thrill ride coming to PlateStation 5 console, is here. A dimensional cataclysm, an evil emperor with armies at his disposal, and only 2 Lombaxes and a tiny little robot to save the day. How will they win? Find out on June 11th, 2021, when Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart launches exclusively on the PlayStation 5 console. Pre-orders are up now on the PlayStation Store, and because we love you here at Crossroads, we will go ahead and share you guys a link directly to the pre-order page for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. There you go. To get the scoop on all these blurbs, links have been provided in our Twitch stream chat. Go check them out, and then continue the conversation with us on our Twitter page at PS_Crossroads.
More Zircon. Give us more Zircon. I love Zircon.
Yeah.
He's honestly my favorite like Ratchet and Clank character, just period. I love characters like him and like the Dremora from Skyrim, where they're here to help and they just yell, "We're going to destroy you!" Like I love it. It's just so stupid and funny. It's like if you ever played Shadow of Mordor, all the orcs, they would just yell at you like, "I'm gonna kill you till you're dead." You know, just like I love that stuff.
Just the random
bites. So guess what, guys? We've got a rarity here for Crossroads tonight. We've actually got some questions from the audience.
Yeah.
We're starting to get popular, guys.
Starting.
Yeah, so it's about that time. We've got some questions, and they've got some questions, and I think we have some answers, right? Right? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. What do we got? You know what? I'll be nice today because a couple of these are from teammates over here at BossRushGames.com. So you know what? I'll be nice and I'll read their questions too. Even though I think one of them is kind of trolly, but we'll find out. All right, first up from @GeekBro27. He asks, "How would you continue the Uncharted series if it were to continue?" He volunteers that he'd like to see it continue with Nate and Elena's daughter, Cassie. Guys, how would you like to see the
spoilers?
Yeah.
Do we know if it's a spoiler?
Yeah. There's no daughter. What are you talking about?
No,
I honestly agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the natural progression of that series, right? Is just the way it ended. They clearly set it up, right? I feel like it would be easy for, Nate's daughter to take over and probably Troy Baker's character to be the new Sully character at this point. I don't know. I think that really makes sense. I wouldn't mind another Chloe and Nadine Uncharted, though, because Lost Legacy, in my opinion, is probably the best Uncharted.
I feel like the Lost Legacy with Chloe and Nadine, or at least just continuing the story with Chloe, is like a more natural progression for Uncharted.
Yeah, but I guess he would run into this problem with Nate's daughter too. But I wonder how much they run up against Tomb Raider, because that would almost essentially be making it the same game. Although I feel like one plays better and one tells a better story.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, it's not like we're getting a new Tomb Raider game anytime soon, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we used to say that that Uncharted was like if Indiana Jones and Lara Croft had a love child, and we would get Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now we're getting that Indiana Jones game, so now we're really getting all of these things.
There's
Well,
gonna
on
be
Xbox we
plenty of death battles between the three of them now. Between Lara Croft, Indiana Jones, and Nathan Drake.
True.
I have a pitch for the next Uncharted game.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be about Nate, and it's gonna be Elena and Cassie both die. They just die at the very beginning of the game.
That's way too dark. That's way too dark.
Is this like the prequel to The Last of Us? Is this how The Last of Us starts?
And then Nate, grows old. Universe. He's kind of curmudgeonly, going through life. Doesn't really want to live with the regular people anymore. Live in the suburbs anymore. So he thinks about this old treasure that he found a long time ago. He's gonna fly there, but he doesn't want to leave his house either. So he ties a bunch of balloons to his house. And...
Austin, I'm about to cut your mic.
Does he?
The show's gonna get cut by Disney.
Does he kidnap a little kid that's in the Scouts and take him with him?
I was thinking Scouts. Yeah, I was thinking Scouts. Maybe someone for the Pee Wee football team or something like that. Selling chocolate bars.
Is there a talking dog?
No, that's just ridiculous, LeRon.
It sounded like you're going like Dark Knight Returns vibes with that initial pitch and then left turn.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a robot that cleans up all your trash too. That'd be cool.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the question there, Geek Bro 27. We're gonna keep going. Spetsnaz81 asks, can you call yourself a real PlayStation fan if you haven't played Ghost of Tsushima? And Austin, I saw your response to this. You had the best response for this. Give it to us.
I said you can if you are too busy playing every Vita game. And that's honestly what... Listen, when Ghost of Tsushima has a port on Vita, then I will play it. But
I guess remote play doesn't count, right?
No, because it's fine.
Remember when they tried to pass off, every game is a Vita game with remote play? Remember when that was a thing?
I remember that.
Yeah, until you had to use the back touch button.
Yeah, everybody was pissed off because there was no L2, R2.
Man.
That's why you had to get one of those adaptive cases. I don't know if you ever got one of those.
That was cool. I had one.
Yeah.
And then my Vita died, so I got rid of it. But
what'd you do to kill your Vita? Like these things?
I played Borderlands on it. Okay.
Oh.
You played Borderlands that ran in like a whopping 22 frames per second? You played that?
22? That's generous.
How far did you get? How far did you get in Borderlands?
I played it for like 15 hours. I bought a Vita at launch, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I remote played Destiny a lot on it, like religiously, honestly, for, I don't know, years. And then they're like, hey, we're going to try to put Borderlands on this. I'm like, sweet, I'll play it. And I played it for like 15 hours, and one day, just wouldn't turn on. I thought it was a charger, thought it was a battery. No.
The game, Borderlands bricked your system. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Also, fun fact.
Knack bricked my PS4 twice. Not once, but twice.
What?
This game's cursed.
I have a history of games bricking PlayStation consoles for me. Borderlands bricked my Vita. Final Fantasy 13 bricked my PS3. My PS2 died while I was in the middle of playing, like, I don't know, probably some Kingdom Hearts game. I don't know.
Maybe it's not so much the
fact sounds like it's saving you.
I don't like Kingdom Hearts, sir. Although I haven't played the last, 2 entries. I don't know. There's too many now.
I like Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played the new one, but I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Kingdom Hearts. Like I played 1 and 2, and I just couldn't seem to get enough energy for 3.
I feel like it's a series that is about 10 years too late.
Yeah.
Like the sequel. right? Like the main sequel, not the spinoff sequel.
Actually, that's my number one gripe about the game because it came out on PS2, and when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, they said that Kingdom Hearts 3 they'd start developing for it, but it was not. But we'd be able to finish the story on the next generation of the console. Little did we know it would take them the next 2 generations of consoles to get that game out, and in the meantime, they showed us with like 9 different like portable versions of games that they promised us weren't really relevant to the story, but you can just play to have fun, and all of a sudden they were relevant to the story. So I really got pissed off at it, and the only one I actually ever put energy in was Birth by Sleep. That was the only one I put energy into, because that was a prequel, and it was supposed to explain how like the whole thing started, and it really didn't, but it was fun. And I know all sorts of Kingdom Hearts fanboys and fangirls are going to be all up in my mentions after the show airs.
Donald Duck is a liability.
Donald Duck is the most powerful mage in the Final Fantasy universe. You shut your mouth.
True that. Yeah.
So back to the actual question.
There's no actual question.
Yes. Okay. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, but yes, I'm a PlayStation fan. I am. I've owned every PlayStation system, every one, and just because I miss a game or two doesn't mean anything. Ghost of Tsushima had the unfortunate time of coming out the same time that Monster Hunter World Iceborne was coming out on PC. So yeah, you know where my priorities are.
Well, so as a new dad, I'm finding that the time factor to play games is dramatically reduced. And with a lot of the games coming out, you can only play so many with the limited hours you have. But if you wait long enough, things go on sale. Like Ghost of Tsushima on sale starting tomorrow with the days to play. So I can pick it up and it's there. So
how much is it supposed to be?
That I actually didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see the price either.
If Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima could both be $30 and I could buy them both for $60, that would be just perfect. That'd be perfect. Especially with that new PS5 update on Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Oh, Corey, swinging back to you real quick about like your woes with PlayStations being bricked and everything. I was gonna say maybe it's not so much that you can't find a PS5 right now. Maybe it's the fact that the PS5 doesn't want to be found by you.
Maybe they're saving me from that. I'd get one of those where like Returnal just shuts your system off because you got parasite or whatever. Like,
I know one guy who Returnal just won't work. It just won't work on his for some reason.
It's because he refuses to get up and turn it on, right, Austin?
Possibly.
I don't know. I guess I'm a terrible PlayStation fan because I haven't played any real PlayStation exclusive. The last 2 exclusives I played were Horizon and God of War, I think. So,
hey,
whoops,
good enough.
Sorry.
I give way too much money to PlayStation for me not to be a fan. If I'm not a fan, then I'm a sucker. That's for sure.
I don't know. There's just some of the games that people like really love. I just don't really care for. Right? Like, okay, yeah, people are about to kick me off this podcast, but like The Last of Us, I don't like The Last of Us. I mean,
Austin, we're not dyed in the wool fanboys for The Last of Us, are we? We're not.
I really like The Last of Us, but it's definitely overhyped to me.
Yeah, I love The Last of Us, but I get it if it's not everybody's cup of tea. Now.
Well, it's and that beginning like really bothered me too. Like anytime, yeah. I mean, I know it was supposed to, right? I mean, that's the point, but I don't know. It just couldn't.
So you don't like my Uncharted pitch, huh?
I do. Yours is better.
Well, let me ask you this: how'd you feel about Heavy Rain?
I didn't play Heavy Rain. I don't.
Heavy Rain had a tragic opener too.
I don't know anything about Heavy Rain except for David Cage. Like, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers just in case you might pick it up.
I have it because it was on the PlayStation Plus free game something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll tell it to you like this: if you've already played Detroit Become Human, like you're gonna like you probably won't want to play Heavy Rain because like it'll feel a little dated compared to Detroit.
But it's better than Beyond Two Souls. So if you...
that's the truth. And you know what? We're gonna move to the next question now. Our very own Celeste asks at Fairy Crypt. She asks, "What do you think the Sonic Showcase will feature?" You know what? I don't have a. I'm gonna say the same thing I've said every time someone asks about this stuff that's up and coming. You know, in the E3 season. I have no expectations. I don't know what will be going on in this. You know, here's the one thing I do know. There's been a rumor going around for a while that Sonic Colors is about to get remastered. I think we will see that.
Mm-hmm. I think you're going to see Sonic Colors. I think you're going to see a sequel to Sonic Mania 2 or Sonic Mania, and you're going to see a weird, we're going to reboot Sonic again type 3D platformer that's eventually just going to be mediocre.
Yeah, that's about the best I can offer for that one.
They'll probably announce some other weird Mario Olympic games from I don't know. The
usual since the Olympics are back.
Yeah,
Mario
make it
and
stop.
Sonic at the NBA playoffs.
At the NBA playoffs?
Yeah. I don't know much about Sonic at all. I've never been a Sonic person, but if you want to give me a Knuckles game, I'll play it for Knuckles because I do appreciate Knuckles.
We'll probably get a trailer for the second movie also.
Hey, that's true.
Which is the best thing to come out of Sonic in like the last 2 decades.
And by that you mean Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Give me a Sonic boxing game. What was that Sonic boxing game? I'll play that. I'll play a remake. I'll play a new one of those.
Oh, Sonic Fighters or whatever. Was that what it's called?
Like
I forget the name of that one.
Yeah, I'll play that.
Another Sonic racing game.
Actually, the Sonic racing game's good. I actually like it.
Well, which one? Team Sonic Racing or the transformed one?
The transformed one was the one I played.
Yeah.
I don't know if I played Team Racing.
That one is good.
Team Racing's the newer one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as good, but the Sonic Racing Transformed is really good.
And Wreck-It Ralph on it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'm still nostalgic for the old days. Like, give me a remaster of Sonic CD.
See, I don't know.
I have it on my Xbox Series X via backwards compatibility, LeRon. So if you just get one of those, you can play it all you want. 60 frames a second.
Thanks for crushing my hopes and dreams.
Could you play it on your PC then? If it's on Game Pass, is that
It's not on Game. It's not on Game Pass.
Oh, it's not on
I actually own all the Sonic games.
Oh.
I went through this phase where I wanted all of the games I had as a child, and since I was a Sega kid, it was mostly Sonic games. And then they remade Rocket Knight Adventures, which was awesome. But
it is on Steam.
It is on Steam. It's probably like $5.
$5, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse said Sonic Spinball too, and that was what someone else said in the Discord chat.
Yeah.
I don't know what Spinball is though. I don't know Sonic Spinball.
The pinball game.
It's a
awesome.
pinball game.
Oh.
Well, you know what they could do with Sonic Spinball though? They could make it like Yoku's Island Express, kind of, right? And like make like a whole Sonic game based on pinball mechanics. That'd be cool. That would actually be pretty cool. I don't know if you guys played Yoku's Island Express or not, but
I would play it just because I love the Mario pinball games on the Game Boy Advance. I forget which one. I think there's multiple Mario pinballs, but that was the one. I love that game.
That was the last good Metroid game, right, LeRon? Was Metroid Prime Pinball?
See, you're trolling me, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are, because I just felt that nice little like knot of pain, when a headache is about to come on. I just felt that when you asked that question.
Knowing Nintendo, that might be the last Metroid game, period.
Yeah, based on how well they're doing developing Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
At least I didn't pay for that Amazon pre-order.
The sad part is I'm not even holding my breath for Metroid Prime 4. I would prefer for them to kind of make something back in the vein of old school, or just remake freaking Super Metroid. Like that's the next one they need to get on anyway. In my opinion, that's what it is. And because I swear that Samus Returns, that was one of the best remakes I've ever seen.
One of
the best.
Would you like to see like a full remake of Super Metroid in like a 2.5D style, like almost like Link's Awakening?
I would, yes.
I mean, not like that cutesy diorama toy art style, but like
Hey, say what you will. Like,
no,
I actually fell in love with that game.
I like the art style. It fits Zelda way more than it would fit Metroid, is what I'm saying.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, dude, Link's Awakening is like one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh yeah. Same here. Like I didn't realize I knew I was going to get it, but I didn't realize how much I was absolutely going to enjoy it. Playing it again. As a remake. I did not know. And the sad part is like it plays so much like the old game, but you're looking at something completely different. So it's like how did they? That's
everything
magic.
Is exactly where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Everything
is exactly how you like imagined it while playing the Game Boy version. It feels like it's so just it's magical.
All right. Final question. It comes from
Welcome
Dan
to Pow
Murphy.
Block.
Yeah, basically, because this next question is from Dan Murphy from Pow Block, by the way. Dan asks, "What's the best Sony IP that's dead, and why is it Parappa the Rapper?"
Didn't they just re-release Parappa the Rapper in HD on PS4 at some point?
Yeah, they did a remake.
Yeah.
Guess it didn't sell well.
I'm gonna say this: Parappa the Rapper sucks. I'm just gonna say
it didn't sell well because nobody could calibrate their TVs correctly to get the timing.
Oh.
They should have just.
Rapper isn't even as good as Joe Budden. Joe Budden's a better rapper than Parappa the Rapper.
They should have just made Jammer Lammy and just called it a day.
The best Sony IP that's dead, Austin and I, we say it week in and week out. Resistance: Fall of Man.
It doesn't have to be dead though. We don't have to say it's dead.
we don't have to say it's dead, but like right now, there's like no interest in it.
Yeah.
Who's not interested?
I think there's people interested.
No. When I say no interest, I mean interest from the high ups. Is Insomniac ready to come back to it? Is the question.
I mean, they've been teasing it, right? Like that's
Yeah.
I mean, they've been tweeting out weird stuff that like has Resistance themes in it, right? Like I bet some sort of. Man, I bet that might be Blue Point's next remake is that first game. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would be really cool.
That would be really cool, and I would buy the hell out of that game.
I really hope they do all three though, because I feel like they get better. I think 2's better than 1 and 3's better than 2.
3 is such an underrated game. I feel like
so good.
I feel like how good Resistance 3 is got really overshadowed by how mediocre Killzone was at the time.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Resistance 3 is I don't know. It was like it's kind of like our answer for Gears of War almost. Like it was just really. I mean, even though they're different games, Gears of War's third person, but Resistance 3 was just these big, bad aliens and just lots of shooting and just lots of action everywhere, big bosses. I love Resistance 3 to death.
The cover art was so cool, too. Oh, the cover.
Oh, yeah, just the plain orange and white, orange and white logo. I love that kind of stuff. Not just generic white dude with a gun.
And also the Chimera was such a badass alien design.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add to this?
Wild Arms. I would love Wild Arms to come back.
That's not a Sony IP.
Is it?
No, I think it's the Square IP, isn't it?
Is it Square? Well, okay. I guess. But it was only on PlayStation, correct?
It was only... Yeah, as a matter of
fact, but what are you going to put it on? You going to put it on 6 Nintendo 64 carts and charge $400 for it? I don't think so.
Yeah, Well, I mean, if we're gonna go that route, then yeah, like bring back freaking Parasite Eve. You know, if we're gonna go that route, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man, what IP? Like, I wouldn't mind seeing another Jack and Daxter. I know people have their issues for
Yes.
some reason with Jack and Daxter. Not the weird Jack 2 and Jack 3, but more like Jack 1. And, like, I don't know if anybody played the fourth game that nobody ever talks about, Lost Frontier.
I never played it.
Oh my gosh. It's like harkens back to the first one. It's really good. I wish people would talk about it. And the studio that did the Sly Cooper series, which is another one that I think could come back too. Who did the Sly 4? That team should do a Jack and Daxter game as well.
I want to say, isn't that the people who made Outriders?
People Can Fly.
I think
don't.
I think that's right.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you.
Hold on.
But I could be wrong. I don't really know the studio that made Jack 4 or Sly Cooper. But by the way, Outriders, game of the year right now. People think I'm joking.
Don't argue with Corey on this one. Don't argue.
It was a game built for me, LeRon. They're like, hey, Corey, what do you want in games? I'm like, this. And they're like, here you go. I said, sweet.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not saying anything bad about it. Unlike other people in the Boss Rush Games family, I'm not saying anything bad about it.
No, it was made by Sanzaru. That's who made it. They also did the collection. I don't know what game I'm thinking of that. I thought People Can Fly made a game like that.
They made Bulletstorm. They made Gears Judgment. They did something. They did a lot of Fortnite stuff. They actually took over the Save the World stuff once the Battle Royale became big. Let's see. Man, what an awesome. Just can't stop talking. Can we talk about Outriders? Is that on the list?
I want to play it. That's a game that I want to buy and play. I have not played it yet.
You know what? Save it for the what are we playing portion. How about that?
I haven't been playing it lately. That's the problem.
Then you can't.
You can lie.
Painkiller was the other game that they made that was really big, or kind of big for PlayStation. It was like this weird shooter, kind of like Bulletstorm.
I remember that. Yeah. All right, well there you have it. If you want your question read on the show, tweet us at ps_crossroads or email us at crossroadspspod@gmail.com. I actually
who made that terrible email address? I should be fired.
I don't know. I don't know. Same guy that tells me I need to check it all the time. All right. Well, before we break into the news and events for this week, we need to remind you guys that there's a giveaway going on right now for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Yes, Crossroads is giving away a copy of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. As we get closer to the launch of Insomniac's next title in their long-running Ratchet and Clank series, we thought here at Crossroads, why not spread some love to one lucky member of our community? So, we're giving away a free digital copy of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on launch day.
Ooh.
So how do you enter? It's easy.
Tell me more.
It's easy and very similar to our Returnal contest last month for how you can enter this contest. First thing you need to do is head over to our Twitter page at ps_crossroads and follow and retweet the announcement tweet that will be going live a little bit later this evening. After that, the next thing you want to do is head over to any of our locations where you can listen to our podcast, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whichever, and subscribe, and then send us a screenshot of your subscription to the podcast. Send that directly to us in our DMs at ps_crossroads, and just a screenshot of that. Nothing else. Be good, because we know how the internet can be sometimes.
The internet? Terrible place.
Next, you can subscribe to me Exodus 803 on Twitch or YouTube or both. And then screenshot proof of that in a DM to at @PS_Crossroads as well. And another way to get an entry, join us for the live show on June the 8th. That'll be our last live show before Ratchet and Clank goes live on June the 11th, where we will give one more opportunity for entry details, for that contest. More details will come as we get closer to that date. So there you have it. If you do everything right, that's a total of 5 entries. So there you have it. Hit up at @PS_Crossroads on Twitter later on this evening, and the rules and the contest will be up, and get started. Good luck. I know. I know somebody that's sitting on our panel right now is a little upset about the Returnal results. So maybe they'll have better luck with Ratchet and Clank.
That's why he's here.
Right, yeah. Maybe it's the karma.
What he doesn't know is he's just been disqualified because he's on the panel tonight. Can't win.
Is that why I didn't win the Returnal one either? Now, figuring it out.
That's why we have you on every time we announce something.
Now he's never going to want to volunteer to come back on the show.
Wait, you're doing a giveaway? No.
Pass. I'm going to give away my spot on the show so I can win.
All right.
Just buy the deluxe edition anyway.
All right, here we go. We're at the news and events topic tonight for our show. So get ready because we've got some stuff to talk about tonight. First up on the list is a state of play for Horizon Forbidden West has been announced by Sony. Yes. We were sitting here wondering, and we asked for it, and Sony and Guerrilla are giving it to us. A state of play has been announced, and this one features one of the most hotly anticipated titles for Sony's catalog, Horizon Forbidden West. Mathis DeGeorge, a game director at Guerrilla Games, took to PlayStation blog to bring the news. Nearly 11 months ago, we showed you the very first glimpse of Horizon Forbidden West during the PlayStation 5 showcase, and now we're excited to show you more. The State of Play event is set for Thursday, May the 27th, 2021. That's 2 nights from now. And we are all invited, the PlayStation community, we are all invited to take a very special journey into new and uncharted lands. The State of Play event starts at 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. BST, and 11 p.m. CEST. I don't really know all those acronyms, so I just throw them out there like that. That's all. This State of Play is detailed to be a 20-minute exclusive that will debut about 14 minutes of brand new in-game action from Horizon Forbidden West, starring series protagonist Aloy. All content in this all-new State of Play for Horizon Forbidden West is captured directly on PS5 hardware. Just to sum up, this reveal has been a true team effort, and we're very excited to show you what we have in store, DeJong adds. Whether you've been with us in Aloy since Horizon Zero Dawn, or just getting to know this incredible world, we want to share this huge milestone with you and cannot wait to see your favorite moments and reactions. So we won't have to wait long. 2 more days, and the State of Play is here. So, question, guys. What are you anticipating from this newest announcement for the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn? This is one of those ones I wish Logan was here because, Logan is like the ultimate fanboy for Horizon.
I'll fight him for that.
All I'm saying is, out of all the Boss Rush people, only one person has the Aloy limited edition statue.
Who's that?
And that's me.
No, it's me. I have it too. It's over there.
Oh, damn.
Fuck
you, Corey.
All right. Well, you guys get to go fight about it now.
Yes. Hey, we can both be number 1 fans, right?
Oh yeah. As long as Logan doesn't win, that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me.
Oh, by the way, one of those links I provided in our Twitch stream tonight, that'll take you directly to the Boss Rush Games website for the news blurb on it. And guess who wrote that? This guy right here. It's
Logan.
me. No, not Logan.
Oh, it's not Logan. Yeah.
No, not
I'm giving
Logan.
Logan credit.
No, I wrote this.
Are you sure? Because the other night on Boss Rush, you couldn't remember if you wrote something or not.
That is true. That is true. Hey, my
So-
my sense of timing is bad. Like you asked me what I have for breakfast today, like tomorrow, and I will have forgotten. I will have told you something from like 3 weeks ago. So there you go. Austin, what were you about to say?
Well, so I'm thinking we're gonna see, hopefully, some new machines. We're gonna get to fight. Hopefully, I'm wondering if we're gonna get some different types of worlds. So we saw the underwater in the trailer, but maybe some kind of anti-gravity type arenas would be cool. Different stuff like that. I just wonder, what does this mean for date? Does this mean it's coming this year? Am I wrong on this? I really think that it was going to be pushed to next year, but having this, they didn't have to make a show about it.
Man, I don't know. The past 2 years have just been insane. That like you will never know if a game was supposed to come out this year or not. I mean, because of COVID, right? Like everything's just getting pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see her this year. Like I tweeted it out today. I retweeted the state of play thing, and I'm like, this is the game I will get a PS5 for. Technically you can play it on PS4 too, I guess. So that was the one thing I wanted to bring up, was like it's coming to PS4 also. So I don't expect any like crazy changes or big advancements or anything in terms of the game, because it is built for PS4 first. So I guess that would be the expectation for me. But if they can push the PS4 hardware and give us something really amazing on PS5, then I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Honestly, my big thing is I want to see like the actual features of the game, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do with the DualSense controller, stuff like that. I want to see that.
Yeah. And new monsters, like Austin said.
Of course, new monsters. Yeah.
We gotta have new ones.
What do you think? What do you think a Western monster looks like? You think it's just a dinosaur with a cowboy hat on?
We get some velociraptors. I mean, we kind of got a taste of it with the bulls, the giant bulls that we got. I'm hoping we see some of the Frozen Wilds creatures being put in. Those bears, if you do not...
Oh, dude, those bears were just...
assholes, man. All of them. I hated them.
I know. It sucked that like that was like the first enemy they made you fight too. It was like, come on, man.
Oh yeah. I just thought underwater we could see some shark machines. We could be looking at some shark machines, some octopus machines. I'd be all down for that.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the birds. I don't want any birds.
No more birds, please.
No Glithots. Get rid of them. Just leave them alone.
Pass.
Anything else you want to add to this?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think Horizon is PlayStation's best IP right now, in my opinion. And I can't wait to see more.
I can agree with that.
Well, I still think it's Resistance, but,
I said right now.
Until it's revived.
Can't play Resistance on PS5.
What do you think, Justin, though? What do you think?
So I'm with LeRon. I like to see, I think it was the last time I was on where you talked about, with the new controllers and things like that, like about what percentage of game developers will actually fully utilize the capabilities of that kind of stuff. So I always like to see, to what level will they use, the triggers, the adaptive triggers and that kind of stuff to enhance the gameplay. And, if this thing is pretty tricked out on the PS5 hardware, I'm a visual guy too, especially now that I've dropped some coinage for a really nice TV down here. So.
Yeah, especially like when you draw the bow back, how the triggers are gonna react to that, because that's a big thing, and if you get better bows, how are the triggers gonna like react to getting a better bow as opposed to a weaker bow? Uh, are you gonna feel the triggers like snap when your tension is running out? That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the cool aspects. I like Austin. Austin and I have said it before. We really hope that the DualSense controller is actually utilized a lot more than previous gimmicks. With PlayStation controllers per se, because I don't think anybody misses the 6-axis for the for the PS3 controllers. I don't think anyone misses that, not at all.
Not at all.
Like playing Uncharted and having to like tilt your controller
Yeah.
as he walks across a log. That was kind of stupid.
I don't know. Playing God of War 3, twisting the controller to bounce across a balance beam was pretty fun, LeRon.
If you say so.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
I was trying to think of an example because I forgot that controller even existed.
my main thing though, and this is more about the controller than about Horizon right now, is that Sony needs to incentivize like more developers to actually utilize it, and because I know like everybody got a dev kit, when the PS5 was in the works and stuff. So all these developers have dev kits and stuff for it. So so there just has to be like an incentive, so like to like keep them using it, because it winds up becoming a forgotten thing quickly. It's nice that that Activision had it for Call of Duty. It is nice, and there's other games out there, but it seems like only Sony IPs are really utilizing it right now. We need to see more like third parties like getting with it. I'm pretty sure Kindred Bridge of Spirits will have it, but that's because Kindred Bridge of Spirits is technically an exclusive. So here's that.
And you can kind of see what they're doing with the controller as far as bows go on that Robin Hood game that no one's talking about.
Yeah, that game
Hood
is
Outlaws. Yeah,
I didn't even know there was a game.
Yeah, it's called like Outlaws and something. It's like a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And I hear like the game is really boring. There's only one game mode, and like there's already a winning strat every time. Like, I hear it's not.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah, that was one of those things where when it released the trailer, it was like, this could be cool, and then it was like coming out like April. I was like, oh nope, never mind. It's good. I already know how this is gonna go. It's way too quick. It's coming out way too quick.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on to our next topic.
No. Okay.
No. I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm just being an ass. Just tell me to shut up. Just mute me.
We can stay here. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like I like talking anyway. So All right. So, in case you missed it, PlateStation is officially a partner of Summer Game Fest 2021. Filed this under news that may have flown completely under the radar. PlateStation has been revealed as an official partner for Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest 2021. Before I continue any part of that news blurb, how shocked are we?
I mean, they're not going to E3, right? So, and if everything's all digital anyway, I'm sure. I don't know. It kind of feels like they're throwing Jeff Keighley a bone because everybody else is going to E3, right? I don't know. I feel like everybody going to E3, this could actually not that PlayStation needs it to stand out, but I feel like that this could really allow them to stand above the rest at that moment and have their own moment, instead of being clustered together in 3 days, which I thought E3 was going to be a week. No, it's 3 days.
Yeah. Whereas this Summer Game Fest is supposed to be running for like 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
I just wonder how big this is for PlayStation. Like, are they going to have a big event, or is it just going to be like, hey, we're going to have a few things to show?
I think we're going to see some world premieres. I think we are.
Yeah, I think you're going to see what they're working on, because the rumor is they have 25 games in development, right? And half of them are new IP, and I'm sure people are hungry to see what new IP PlayStation's working on.
Yeah. So I have a funny feeling. I'm not sure who approached who. I'm not sure if Jeff Keighley took advantage of Sony not being at E3 to approach them, or if Sony knew what they were doing and decided to go this route because they didn't want to share a stage with all those other people, at E3, in such a short time. It's really fascinating. But let me finish the news topic first. All right. So the Summer Game Fest event gave official confirmation this past Wednesday, May the 19th, via their website. Jeff Keighley, who's the organizer and host of the gaming event, broke the news recently that the Summer Game Fest will begin on June the 10th, 2 days before E3 2021 kicks off, and announcing that the show will have a premiere showcase promising news and announcements. So, we got all sorts of buzzwords there. There have been many conversations surrounding Sony's and PlayStation's lack of a presence at this year's E3 digital event. So the timing of this announcement has definitely raised more than a few eyebrows. We're left to only speculate what Sony's showing will be at the fest, considering that many gamers and some analysts were saying to expect a new state of play to come after E3 had wrapped up this year. Some of the partners for Summer Game Fest 2021 includes 2K Games, Amazon Games, Sega, EA, Blizzard, now PlayStation, Xbox, Square Enix, Capcom, Riot Games, Ubisoft, Epic Games, and Steam. Jeff Keighley has teased up to 34 partners for the gaming event, and a complete list of the current roster as of the time of this writing can be seen in the link that's been provided in the Twitch chat. So go to bossrushgames.com, check out that link, and you will see the complete list as of now for who's expected to be there. The event will be live streamed over multiple platforms, including YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Weezer has also been announced as a musical guest for the first event of the show. These parting remarks from Jeff Keighley. He says, "Our team has been working like crazy these past few months, and I am hopeful that June will be a big month for the fans across the industry." So, first question. Are you guys happy to hear that PlayStation is set to make an appearance on a digital stage this summer? Considering that it seemed like they weren't going to be anywhere.
Yes, because I'm just glad they're doing something. I'm glad they're going to be a part of it. I'm glad that they're going to be, because I feel like you cannot be a part of E3, but you got to be around E3. You gotta be able to swing with the best of them when they're swinging too. I really hope they do something big, and also I'm gonna say hey. I don't think Xbox is getting that Hideo Kojima game now, because if PlayStation's with Jeff Keighley, it's over. Kojima and Keighley, they're boys.
Wait. I mean, Kojima.
Listen, without getting into details. Right.
But we don't.
Well, Keighley is his main simp, so he's got to.
Whoa! This is Twitch. Hold on. Oh my god.
Oh, we're not allowed to say that word anymore.
We just got canceled.
Oh my god! Hey. I'm about to get a strike.
Hey. First one's on me. The first strike's on me.
Austin, take Justin, take Austin's mic away.
I'm timing myself out.
Mute him.
It's like on Around the Horn. You gotta mute me for 30 seconds.
Oh god. Go ahead, Justin.
I think we talked about it. I think the last month too, where they don't necessarily need E3 per se, but with the large number of games that they're working on, like Corey alluded to, you can't just do state of play after state of play after state of play. You have to have something if you're trying to show off all that and have a more widespread audience. Something like the Jeff Keighley event. It's going to have massive outreach, especially with the way that they're designing this. You have Weezer playing, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's good for them, and it shows the fans that, hey, we're just not, going rogue and going to do our own thing and not listen to, what the fans want, who are, handing over the money.
I would love it if Kojima does a game with Weezer. Weezer announces the Clear album, and Kojima just makes a game along with it. That's my crazy. That's my what's Ed's phrase? Googly moogly or whatever.
Googly moogly. Personally, I am excited. Like I like I don't know. I have a funny feeling because they're signed on to the Summer Game Fest. I have a funny feeling that the quality of the Summer Game Fest just like went up dramatically. Because last year's was to hear people say it was kind of a mess last year. So and everyone knows I'm not a big fan of Jeff Keighley, but Jeff Keighley just found a way to make me watch his show this year. So there's that. Which of the listed partner studios? Did you guys have a chance to look at the roster that was there? Which of those partner studios are you most excited besides Sony to hear from? Well, I'll tell you right now. Like for me, it's gonna be Capcom. I'm waiting for some Monster Hunter 6 news. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, I feel like Capcom's swing is going so hard right now and doing so well that they got to capitalize on that stuff. I'm interested in 2K as always because there's small slim chance that I get BioShock news, but I don't have high hopes for it. I'm always excited about Devolver and what they're doing. I'm excited to hear about Gearbox's new IP, because they're gonna be there, and they're not gonna. I mean, they might do some Borderlands stuff, but we know that they're working on a new IP, so I'm hoping that does well. And then other than that, I mean, anyone can surprise me.
I think right now with Gearbox, I know for sure they're trying to pump out the tales from the Borderlands, like the reboot. But isn't a studio doing that, or are they doing that all in house themselves?
I assume they'd have to do it all themselves because Telltale's gone, so I don't know who they begin to do it. I would love that. Tales from the Borderlands is the best Telltale game.
Oh yeah,
my opinion. Yeah, I think Walking Dead 1 is really good emotionally, but like Tales from the Borderlands, I think is the best one overall.
I got one a little better.
Oh yeah.
Which one do you like best? Because I liked season 1 a lot, but season 2 I was just like, or the second. What was the second one called? Tell No Tales? No, I forget what it was called. But I really liked the first one.
Yeah. I did like that they had where you could, in the second one, you could kind of tie in that first one, depending on how your answers. But again, just being a big Batman fan, so. But I did like playing it again when they came out with the Shadows edition. That was really cool. Just very like noir. Very, very the black and grays.
Mm-hmm. I think Batman fit their art style really well, and I like their Joker look too. Like the Joker look they had going on, where he kind of looked like a more plain guy, but
yeah, the Enemy Within was the second one.
Yeah, the Enemy Within was pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right. The first one was, I think overall, the first one was a little bit better than the second one, but I enjoyed both.
Mm-hmm. All right, real quick, Corey. Before we jump off this topic about Sony at the Summer Game Fest, do you have anything you want to add to it?
I mean, no. I just kind of want to see more of the games that we kind of know about already. I want to see God of War, right? Like I think that's the big question mark because they did say it was coming out this year, even though spoilers, it's probably not. But that looks cool. I want to see more of Kana. I want to see more. I want to see if this Uncharted rumor is true that they're actually going forward with a new one. So, so that's it. That's kind of it.
All right. And our last news topic is going to be a fast one, but it's worth noting. Days Gone winds up becoming another success for PlayStation on the PC. Yes, you heard that right. The PC version of Days Gone is actually doing pretty well.
How many copies did you buy to make it a success, LeRon?
Actually, I have yet to buy a copy. And so I'm staying true to form on this because I didn't get it on I didn't get it on PlayStation and I haven't gotten it on PC either. Yeah. All right. Although Days Gone on PC launched to middling reviews, it had a fairly strong launch week overall. It was the best-selling game on Steam that week with 27,450 concurrent players over the weekend and a 92% positive rating. It did not outperform Horizon Zero Dawn, but I guarantee you the suits at Sony are sure to be smiling about it either way it goes. Despite having a much worse port with poor performance and crashes causing the game to initially launch to mixed reviews on Steam. I'm sorry, to mixed Steam reviews. Horizon had almost double the players around its launch week. It had a concurrent peak of 56,557 in its first few days, though it took a pretty steep nosedive right after that. I'm going to go ahead and take a cheap shot here at this one by just saying, while the sales for Days Gone have been a little slower than perhaps John Garvin, the former director, would have liked, it is impressive that both games are currently sitting at 92% for recent positive reviews on Steam. Both have done well, and their decent sales and positive reception can only be good signs for getting more Sony exclusive games ported over to the PC in the future. All right, so it's time to speculate. What's the next PlayStation title we're likely to see released on PC? And don't say Ratchet and Clank, because if you go to my pod clip right now on YouTube about Ratchet and Clank possibly rumored to come to PC, man, people have words in the comments.
Well, the PS4 one, right? Like that would kind of make sense, right? I feel like. Yeah, and not the new one, right? Like
you're talking about the 2016 Ratchet and Clank, the one that they kind of loosely based that movie around.
Yeah, I always forget that movie exists, but
the Hollow
film. Wow. Yeah, but honestly, I think the next game that we're going to see on PC is God of War.
I think so too.
I feel like we're
talking the 2018 one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like they've exhausted everything they could get out of PlayStation. It's on the PlayStation Plus collection if you have PS5. It's been on PlayStation now. They've exhausted, like, if you haven't purchased God of War by now and you're a PlayStation guy, right? Like, you're not going to get it. I just feel like, to me, it just says you're not going to get it. So, it's another way to extract revenue from that game, and it's free promotion for the next game, right? Like that's how I looked at Horizon. Was like, hey, we're going to experiment with this. We're going to put it on PC. We have a sequel coming. It's advertisement, and people are going to pay for it. So,
I want to see Bloodborne come to PC. I think that's what
that is one of the biggest rumors out there right now. That Bloodborne will happen on PC. That is one of the biggest rumors right now.
Why is Bloodborne still locked to PS4 at that 30 frames a second at that not even 1080p resolution? Like it's just like it's a game that's begging to be remastered, reworked, patched. Yeah. Like why is that? Is it like a From Software thing? Like, do they have to?
You took the words out of my mouth because I was going to say it feels like a From Software thing. I was literally going to say when you asked that question.
To me, it's like they did Demon's Souls though, so like that I feel like that like negates that thought, right? I don't know.
I have no idea either. Any final thoughts on this?
No, not really. I'm just excited to see more games. I'm always excited to see more games. Yeah. So I can watch them, say, I want to play that someday, and then turn my console on and play Destiny or something.
Well, last week in Rumor Control, I did make a note that like the Steam page, when you go to Sony's page on Steam, There was somewhere someone sleuthed it and found out that there's at least 13 additional titles coming that have yet to be announced. So stuff is happening. Yeah,
I could definitely see stuff like Dreams coming to PC. I could see Concrete Genie, Gravity Rush, maybe the Uncharted trilogy, like the first 3 games could probably
the Nathan Drake collection,
Yeah, I could totally see that kind of stuff coming over to PC. Like games that have already exhausted their worth on PlayStation, right? Then that's how you put, especially if there's a new Uncharted coming. Like I could even see the first Last of Us come out on PC if this rumored remake isn't real, because of the HBO show coming, right? Like I could see them doing that. Yeah. Or they could put that version on PC and then a year later put the remake out on PlayStation 5, right? Like that also makes sense to me. So, I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do to make more money, and I just don't know why they're not doing it yet. So maybe they have some weird strategic plan, right? Like, there's people a lot smarter than me working at Sony. Right? I'm just sitting in my office in my house, right? It's just that table back there. I don't want it to fool you. There's a kid's toy in there.
All right. So there you have. There's our news topics. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be back with our big topic tonight. You want to stick around for this because we're talking about the legacy of Uncharted. So hang out for a few. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. So we are back, and welcome back. If you're just hanging out with us, we are going to get into our big topic for the night. If you guys didn't know, like recently there was a 5-year anniversary for Uncharted 4. So over at Crossroads, we decided, since we love Naughty Dog and all of their franchises, that we would talk about this because it's fun, it's wonderful, and I love Uncharted. It's the reason why I bought a PlayStation 3. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and let's just hop right into it. All right. The legacy of Uncharted and Uncharted 4's 5th year anniversary. In case you did not know, Uncharted is set to turn 15 years old real soon, the entire franchise. The first game for one of Sony's most favorite franchises was introduced in 2007 for the PlayStation 3 consoles, bringing us fast and frenetic action, mind-bending puzzles, and death-defying platforming. Uncharted Drake's Fortune brought to us a whole new world that would span a total of 8 different titles, and the gaming community is still in love with Naughty Dog's favorite action series to date. The action-adventure game series, created by Amy Hennig, developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment for PlayStation consoles, Uncharted, the franchise, has racked up lots of awards and accolades, including PS3 Game of the Year from IGN, BAFTA Game Awards in 2010 for Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, Outstanding Visual Engineering and Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction for Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, and culminating with Uncharted 4 Thief's End for PS4's bagging PlayStation Game of the Year from the Golden Joystick Awards, Adventure Game of the Year from the DICE Awards, and becoming the game in the series that won the most Game of the Year awards for the year 2016. The Uncharted series featured a combination of action-adventure gameplay elements and 3D platforming with a third-person perspective. Players are given various physical tasks which must be completed to progress through the storyline, such as jumping, swimming, grabbing, and moving along ledges, and climbing and swinging from ropes. Shooting and combat and puzzle solving are also a mainstay feature for the game itself. In later titles, driving, boat riding, and other acrobatic actions were added or developed into the series. The series mainly follows the titular character Nathan Drake, the center protagonist for the franchise. Drake is a treasure hunter and a thrill seeker, and is always looking for a big score, and he claims to be a descendant of Sir Francis Drake. Spoiler alert, he is not.
Wow, spoilers. You're all kinds of spoilery on this. I hope everyone listening to this episode played Uncharted.
I had 15 years to do it.
In his adventures, Nate is joined by his father figure and mentor, a man by the name of Victor Sullivan, who picked him up on the streets in Colombia when he was a wayward orphan. And he is always along for the ride in many of Drake's escapades. Other notable characters in the series include Elena Fisher, who is an investigative reporter, and, spoiler alert, the eventual wife for Drake. And as well as Chloe Fraser, another adventurer with a much more reckless streak about her. All right, so they're coming directly from the blog from Naughty Dog with the Uncharted 4 retrospective. The developers had this to say: Nathan Drake was, in addition to being a very smart, learned person who obviously knew a lot about history and used that as his superpower, was also a bit of an adrenaline junkie, a thrill seeker. Someone who was restless, someone who was looking for the next big thing. That sort of manifested itself in some of the early games with the fact that he seemed to be constantly getting together with and breaking up with Elena. Uncharted would go on to have 3 major sequels and 2 spin-off titles, and there is a movie that's been forever in the works, but we'll get there when we get there, I guess. Recently, the bookend game in the series, Uncharted 4: Thief's End, just celebrated its 5th year anniversary, and the creative team at Naughty Dog took the time to have a retrospective for PS4's entry to the series. We make story games. Uncharted and The Last of Us are very different games, explained Dinah Bakir in the blog post over at naughtydog.com. As a matter of fact, I will add the link to that blog right now, so if anyone wants to read along with us, you are welcome to do that. All right. I think it's because we're taking the fundamentals of design and applying it to the canvas we're working on. We try to understand the essence and the emotions behind what we're trying to make and capture the essence in those mechanics. Marianne Hayden, who is the story animator at Naughty Dog and the lead cinematics animator for Uncharted 4, talked about the new approach the dev team took to animating faces, while Almadina Soria, the lead animator at Naughty Dog, explained how they sought to improve NPC traversal systems, working closely with the scripting and AI teams to push the boundaries of realistic player and NPC movements. In Uncharted 4, we're introduced to the man who knew Drake before he became a renowned treasure hunter, Sam Drake, Nathan's older brother, who was previously presumed dead before this game came out. For better or worse, Sam is the one who finally pushes Nathan to return to adventuring, even if it means hiding his plans from Elena. Moreover, Sam serves to force Nathan to acknowledge the truth about his past. In the original draft of Uncharted 4, Sam was intended to be the primary antagonist. Although we see his manipulative behavior throughout the story, his role evolved to become more of a mirror of Drake's own personal demons and regrets. If Sam challenged Nate emotionally, Rafe Adler challenged Nate mortally. Rafe wound up becoming the villain for the story, the true villain for the story. While Nathan and Sam had to climb and fight their way to glory, Rafe is the man who's had it all. We needed somebody to contrast to the Drake brothers. Writer Jason shared the details. This is a guy who comes from 100% privilege, who had everything handed to him, and feels the need to prove himself that he can do these things. As the story unfolds in Uncharted 4, one prominent quality that Sam and Nathan share beyond blood is a desire for fortune and glory. However, while Sam is steadfast and resolute in his pursuit of treasure hunting, Nathan begins to realize that his priorities have changed. In a funny way, Uncharted is a lot about work-life balance and trying to find the balance between the things you're passionate about and the other things that are important to you, Josh states. I think Corey has also been mirroring all that tonight on this show. What happens when you sacrifice one for the other? Ultimately, Nathan finds what truly matters in his life, and that is Elena. Although it took a hunt for pirate treasure, battling countless mercenaries, and grappling with his past, his final hurdle is learning to truly balance his passions and the people in his life who matter. Josh perfectly sums up the conclusion of Uncharted 4 in these words. The game ends with Nate and Elena making the conscious choice to find compromise between illegal, explosive, death-defying stuff and sitting bored at home with boring jobs that they hate. They find something in between. and they play Crash Bandicoot. When it was all said and done, the franchise would turn out another Uncharted adventure, that adventure being The Lost Legacy. Okay. Special thanks to Naughty Dog for their wonderful blog. It's more detailed than what I actually went over. Please go over there and check it out. But now, for the guys here sitting tonight, what are your thoughts, memories, or better yet, triumphs for the overall Uncharted series? Justin, you're the guest tonight. Go first.
So I remember getting the first one when it came out because originally I bought a PlayStation 3 for God of War. That was the initial reason. That was also the year, the dreaded year that you and I were at GameStop.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So that was a bright ray of hope in those dark times. Absolutely fell in love with the series, loved the character. Somewhat relatable, for different reasons. The wit and all that kind of kept you invested in the story and the character development. And then actually, I can't really explain why. I kind of fell out. Like I didn't really play 2 or 3. I didn't have a Vita like Austin, so I didn't play the Golden Abyss either. But kind of rediscovered it when 4 came out. I was in Texas at school, at tech school for the military, and my roommate at the time, we actually both had PlayStation 4s, but he went out and bought Uncharted 4 and was playing it in the room, and I was just like, oh, I completely forgot about this. And so as I was leaving, because I left before he did, he actually gave me the 4 because he had played through it and beat it. And then around that time, the trilogy came out. I don't remember the exact time, but it came out on PlayStation Plus. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, now this is my chance to go back and play 1. I haven't played that in a long time, but then also play 2 and 3 and really get to see the scope of those games. And I think it's up there as far as top franchises that has come out on the PlayStation. Obviously, the success is there now where they're doing a movie adaptation, which could be a whole nother subject, I'm sure. But
Austin and I have had many words about this movie.
Let's keep it to the games. Let's keep it to the
games. I'll just say when I think of Nathan Drake, when I think of Drake, I think of Nathan Fillion for his Captain Hammer role especially, and that's just they screwed up on that, but we'll digress. But you see that when a video game franchise truly makes it, they at least attempt to adapt it into film or something like that. Most of the time it doesn't work out, but I think that speaks to the culture that they created around this character and the motley crew that comes with him on these adventures time after time after time. But yeah, no, I think it has that replayability factor where maybe you kind of put it aside for a while and then you want something. I like it, the balance of where you have to interact and the cinematic experience as well. I think it's one of those that got it right. Some of those where they rely too much on one or the other. I think it was a good mix for me.
All right, Corey, you're our other guest. What's your overall thoughts on the Uncharted franchise?
Well, as people who've been listening for a long time know, I Indiana Jones is like my favorite film franchise. Yes, even the so-called terrible 4th one. I think it's great. I love it up until the last 5 minutes. But the fact that they not only attempted to make an Indiana Jones like game, but pretty much succeeded was everything I wanted out of a game. And all he's missing is a fedora and a whip, and it would be Indiana Jones, right? I mean, that's literally all he's missing. Like Justin, I bought a PlayStation 3 for God of War, right? God of War 3 was the big game. God of War 2 was amazing. And I love that franchise. So, but then Uncharted, I was like, man, what's this? And I had been a fan of Tomb Raider, right? Like Tomb Raider Legends was really good, and the anniversary and the stuff that Crystal Dynamic did before the reboot was really good. But man, something about this game, like I don't think it's the best playing game in the world, right? Like I don't think the gameplay is great, which to be fair, most Naughty Dog games, like the gameplay is, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not the greatest part of those games, right? You go in for the storytelling, the cinematics, the acting, that kind of stuff. But there's something about just the one-liners and the banter between the characters and just exploring the worlds with these characters that was awesome. And the more I think about Uncharted, the more and more I'm like, man, this is definitely one of my favorite PlayStation franchises, right? It's up there with Horizon and God of War for me. So I've played all of them. I think Uncharted 2 is probably my favorite. Uncharted 4 I feel like was a little bit long for me. I feel like they could have cut about, let's see, it took me like 21 hours to beat that game, I think. I think they probably could have cut about 8 of those hours out, and it would have been a near perfect experience, which is why I think I like Lost Legacy more, honestly. Plus seeing more of Nadine and Chloe, and that was fun also. But yeah, Uncharted's great. Great franchise. Never played Golden Abyss, though. Sorry, Austin.
One day. One day. You never,
Vita 2.
You never got the joys of using the touchpad to clean off your collecticbles and stuff.
Oh man!
Yeah, look, when they said
that was honestly pretty fun.
It is the most satisfying part, honestly. Yeah. Like, that's what I remember the most.
The thing that killed that version for me, though, was when they're like, "Hey, you literally have to hold your Vita up to a light for it to." I was like, "No, I'm not carrying a light around with me," you know. So
that's why I hate, like, with the Nintendo Switch. Like, we use motion controls, and I'm like, I always play the Switch in bed. So great, now I gotta like move it all the way around and stuff. I was like, no,
and not drop it on your face.
Yeah.
But Uncharted is great. I hope they make another one. To be honest with you, it was one of those things. Who was I was talking to somebody that we used to podcast with a long time ago, and it was if they would just release like a $40 experience like Lost Legacy every 18 or 24 months, I think it would be great. Like $40 experience, 10 to 12 hour campaign, be awesome.
Yeah,
I realize that's a lot of work.
Great,
but they don't want money.
All right, Austin, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, Uncharted is up there with the franchises like Mass Effect and BioShock and Arkham and stuff like that, where like I've always have a craving to go back. And anytime I hear someone talk about it on the podcast, I have the taste to go back in it. But the thing with those games is I always want to play all of them in the series. Yeah. And Arkham takes a while to get through, and Mass Effect takes a while to get through. But Uncharted is not that long. You can get through all games pretty easily. You can get through all of them in the same time it takes you to do one open world game. And so every one of them has their own like unique thing. But so I have a very, I like Uncharted 3 the most, and a lot of people give me crap for it.
That is controversial.
Yeah, I know. That is super controversial. But what I will say is like, so 1 has the boat, and then 2 has the train, and 3 has, the plane, and all those are memorable. And I think 4 gets kind of forgotten, but when I really think about it, 4 emotionally had so many emotional moments that when I really go and think about it, like those are the ones that hit me the most were from 4. Seeing Nathan's story wrap up, and not really so much with Sam. I definitely feel like Sam was kind of more of a side thing that they got going on there, but Just with Nathan's story, it was really good, really touching. And then, of course, I really liked two. I just didn't like the last boss. The last boss pissed me off so much.
Yeah. For three?
No, two.
Oh,
two.
Yeah.
Two
if there was any complaint about those games, it's those final bosses. Like, they just don't know how to end the game. Like, it's okay not to have a boss fight.
Well, and see, that's why I like 3, because 3 was a little dumb because, spoilers, they're kind of in a demon realm, but there's no, like, big boss fight where you had to shoot a guy a million times, and then, like, in 2, you had to make sure you hit your grenades right with a stupid fruit. I'm like, no. No.
Come on, though. Uncharted 3's final boss fight it was a knife fight.
Well, yeah, but and then 4 is the 4 is the sword fight. I hate 4's ending so much. Like, you're really gonna, the fact that I have a tutorial on the final boss fight was like, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is the dumbest thing and I haven't played it, but I've already heard, like, this is not really spoilers for Last of Us 2, but, like, Last of Us 2 has a tutorial, like, in the last 30 minutes of the game. And I'm like, Naughty Dog, what is the point? I want to finish the game at this point. Stop introducing new stuff. But yeah, Uncharted will always be great. But I think, weirdly enough, like, emotionally, I think 4 hits me the most, and then Chloe and Nadine, I think, are, like, really cool characters that deserve to be in more games, and I hope they do. But then 1, 2, and 3 always have, like, the better action sequences and stuff. But yeah, Uncharted's a great series. One I can always go back to.
Right. Well, I've already gushed about Uncharted and my love for it. Like I said, it was the deciding factor for me to plop $600 down for the OG PS3 when it was announced, and I've been hooked ever since. I bought every major game in the series, all the way from Uncharted to Uncharted 4. I even bought the who isn't going to buy the collection? The collection edition, like it's remastered 1080p HDR, all that good stuff. Who's not gonna get that one? And of course, the Lost Legacy. I've got Golden Abyss. I feel like a lot of people missed out on a really good adventure. Like, it had some limitations with what it was because it was a handheld game, but it was one of the first games that actually really showcased how hard the Vita could go, and it was damn near a launch game. That was the crazy part. It wasn't quite a launch title, but it came out the first year of the Vita, and it was amazing. And Golden Abyss is definitely one of my favorites. Uncharted 2 is my favorite. Austin and I have battles about this from time to time on our Crossroads episodes.
I know I'm in a minority because Logan is like, no, it's 2. I'm like, I don't know. I like 3 better.
Here's the thing about it. I don't think 3 is a bad game, but I do. I've said this because as a writer, I've said, like, your ending can ruin a good movie or a good story and stuff like that. And I just feel like the final boss fight just wasn't that. I did like seeing what's her name, getting her just desserts at the end when she got swallowed up by the sand. Yeah. But beyond, like the fight with Talbot, kind of just didn't do it for me and stuff like that. So but that just made my letter grade of the game go down. But it is not me saying the game is bad though, because I enjoyed it. I played it again. So if it was that bad, I wasn't going to play it again. But my favorite, my standout in the series is Uncharted 2, and if anything, is just for the opening. That whole thing on the train. Oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say. That whole opening on the train, like, it's something you had to experience. And it's one of those things. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of the game. So technically, you could die as many times as you want. And it wouldn't matter. But at the same time, it was one of the most harrowing experiences I'd ever played in the game up to that point. Uncharted for me, like, it was a storytelling. For real. Like, it was just something, like, the characters were wonderful. Even their bad guys were pretty good. Well, the exception of Talbot, but even their bad guys were good. Like there was some type of weight and depth to like almost every character in the game. Like the friends that you met for that were Drake. What was the big British dude? What was his name? I can't remember his name to save my life right now. But that dude was it Cutter? Yeah, Cutter.
Yeah, Cutter.
that dude
yeah,
was
I
a
love
trip.
Cutter.
That dude was a trip. But I think the quintessential moment for me for Uncharted was when Nate met Nadine for the first time. That was
Oh yeah,
that was the one.
got his ass kicked too.
She whipped his ass in a library while there was a party going on in the rest of the house. Oh man. Okay, so the question was asked earlier in the show: do we think the game series will carry on with their daughter Cassie? What do you guys say?
Depends on if they're doing a numbered sequel or not.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I mean, not to really hark on like an Xbox franchise, but Halo, up until Halo 5, has always done a good job of keeping the numbered sequels focusing on Chief, right? And then the side stories would be like Halo Reach or Halo ODST or Fireteam Raven. You know, their spin-off games were always kept out of the numbered loop. So I guess if you're going to bring back Uncharted and you want to bring it back in a big way, you slap a 5 on it just for the marketing, I feel like. And continue the legacy of Drake's family and Drake's legacy. Maybe that's what you call it, Drake's legacy. Great title, Sony. You can have that one. It's free. Just send me a PS5. I'll settle my payment as a PS5. Yeah, I think you could continue it as the daughter, and I think it would be really interesting to watch her give her own trilogy almost, and like watch her grow through doing exactly what her father did and what her mom doesn't want her to do. Clearly, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a cool dynamic. Especially if, either Drake or his brother took up the Sully role, right? Like as a side character and went on adventures with you. I think that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this wouldn't be the first time that an IP has done this, right? Wolfenstein did the same thing with the kind of refresh. It was Wolfenstein, and then Wolfenstein 2, and then you had Youngblood, which was the twin daughters, in that timeline. So, Youngblood wasn't as successful. I mean, it was a different concept. But I'm still an OG. That's another franchise that is near and dear to my heart, all the way back to the beginning. But
cool idea, by the way.
Yeah,
the daughter, like the cool story, cool concept, co-op Wolfenstein game, but the way they went about it was just kind of meh.
Yeah.
You know what? As we got the live video playing just now from Uncharted 4, another crazy ass scene was Uncharted. I think it was Uncharted 2. Remember, like you had just got through like running from it was Uncharted 3. You just got through running from a whole bunch of people, and all of a sudden this big ass like personnel carrier like comes barreling down like these staircases, and Drake is there running from it, shooting it in the grill, and right when it looks like he's gonna get like sandwiched between the vehicle and the wall, like all of a sudden like all of his bullets finally take his toll on the truck. That's another one of those moments that sticks in your head and stuff like that, and it's storytelling. I mean, for real, it is.
Yeah.
The storytelling and the platforming is crazy because, man, this dude's super athletic. Like, I mean, God, he put some of the WWE wrestlers to shame, like with all the stuff that he does. Like, it's crazy, like how much does a guy weigh? Like, how much does he weigh? How much strength does he have in his fingers to be able to like leap from ledges across the side of a mountain and hold himself up? Man, there's so much good stuff we could talk about with Uncharted.
Nathan Drake does finger curls, that's for sure. He's got little weights that like just
right.
He just ties them onto it like two at a time. He's like, whoop,
Man, yeah. I mean, Uncharted. It's fun. I hope it's not over. I hope it's not over. If anything, like either continue with the characters that are already established, like Chloe and Nadine. I don't know. Maybe put Sully out the pasture. I like him. He's funny, but like even he was admitting in Uncharted 3 he was getting too old for this stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
so,
I think they're gonna retire the Sully character. They're gonna put someone else in that role, right? I really feel that way.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the brother too, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they kind of alluded that Sam might be the next fixture. If the series continues, they kind of alluded that. They actually alluded that in the retrospective on the NaughtyDog.com blog about that.
Now, another way they could go. Do you think they could do like a prequel with the brother?
Yeah, like his own thing. Yeah,
not that I want that, but like they could go that direction too. With Lost Legacy, they opened it up to where they could really do anything.
I mean, they really have so many avenues. It's just like, which one do you go and which one makes most people happy? And I think you got to go with the daughter route, or you make Nathan Drake, or you make Chloe Nadine. And I feel like anything else is going to be very mixed thoughts.
Yeah, you can't have like a totally new character, right? You can't. I think that would be the wrong way to go. But
yeah, or just give me a Cutter game. Just give me Cutter.
Right.
Give me British Uncharted.
British Uncharted. All right, so trying to think. There was one more thing. Did you guys play any of like the side content stuff? What was the one? It was like their version of like how Tomb Raider and Hitman had to go. They had their version of Uncharted. I can't remember the name of it though. And then there was the Uncharted card game. And then
Fight for Fortune.
Yeah, Fight for Fortune.
Yeah.
We also had the digital the interactive comic that was basically like telling the origin story. Well, telling the story between him and the guy that was always chasing him in Uncharted 1, the Filipino dude, I think it was. I think.
Yeah, that sounds.
I can't remember. Yeah, like I mean, Uncharted has like a wonderful legacy. It does.
And there's the Nathan Fillion fan film on YouTube.
For real. Yep. All right. Well, I think we will get ready to wrap this up. I will say this, man. It's almost 15 years of Uncharted. It's amazing. I've enjoyed it. It's another one of those ones that fuel my imagination as well. And video games still manage to do that in this day and age. I mean, that's exactly why I picked up the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I needed my imagination stoked one more time for stuff like that. So here's hopefully to another 15 years of the Uncharted franchise. Let's hope for that. Well,
yes.
Well, that's our show for the night. As always, we'd like to give a big thanks to you all for coming and tuning in to Crossroads, the PlateStation podcast. Before we go, actually, you know what? We never did this. I'm sorry. We never had the "What are we playing?" part because I know Corey had some stuff he wanted to get off his chest. So Corey, what have you been playing?
I mean, honestly, I've only been playing Destiny. Season of the Splicer is out, and it's a good one. So that's that and a little bit of Outriders, which is game of the year. Game of the year. Mark it down. Not going to be better. It's going to be better than Horizon. It's going to be better than Zelda. It's going to be better than Halo, I guess. Might be better than Halo, but we'll leave that judgment for.
What about Hellblade 2? What if that comes out?
That's not coming out this year. They already said it's not coming out this year, which is so disappointing. That's the first game they showed off for the damn system. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Save that discussion for Arsenal X this weekend, I guess.
All right. Hey, Justin, what have you been playing this week?
So with the days of play going on, I've been looking at the backlog. Trying to find some things that can trophy pretty quickly. So I've actually been playing Maquette. Almost got a plat.
How is that?
It's interesting. It's a little simple as far as the puzzles go. Like it's a pretty baseline puzzle game, but the visuals, the dynamic, the kind of the storyline that you're kind of following takes you kind of through this emotional roller coaster. I know I definitely basically it goes through like boy meets girl and through the whole relationship. So you follow all that, and so I definitely like internally reflected some things, and like you notice some things with as you're going through this storyline of like, oh, I can relate to this. So it was kind of interesting that you're in this kind of like dreamscape and these puzzles, but there's a story unfolding all the way to the end. But yeah, right now pretty much got them all done except for like the speedrun trophies. So that's the last thing, and then that'll be a platinum, and then on to the next game, which I haven't decided what that'll be.
Nice. Oh, so you did finish it. You did finish it.
Yeah, I finished it. Okay, and just going back to replay for the speedruns, which is another challenge.
Yeah, I thought about going back through it, but I'm like, we'll see. We'll see if it's worth the platinum for me.
Thank goodness for the chapter selects, though. I'll say that.
Yeah,
love when games have that. Should be a staple.
It should be.
All right, Austin, you're up.
Yeah, chapter select should be a thing in Hellblade because I beat it and somewhere I missed a freaking rune stone.
Oh gosh, and
my platinum.
Man, doesn't that suck? Because then you don't know which one you missed. You literally have to go find all of them again. Oh
yeah,
that was the worst. I was like, because like, what if you miss one in like 2/3 of the way through the game, and you're like, I gotta play through 2/3 of the game again.
I thought about playing it again and just seeing how long it takes before I just like want to play something else. But then I don't know, that game was so good, I could almost get through it a second time. It was definitely more like not really scary, but like violent and more horror-esque than I was picturing it to be. Especially, I mean, I'm kind of spoiling, but not spoiling. But when you go, down into what seems like hell, it's like really, really gruesome. I'm like, oh
yeah, when you're like trudging through like the lava water almost.
Yeah,
and, like it gets really
pools of blood. It's just, but it was a great game.
Awesome game. Everybody should play it. It's only about, I would say, like 8 hours. It's an easy platinum too.
I beat it in a day. I like just sat down that whole day and just played through it. Yeah. The only one I had problems with was the blind test. I was like, that was hard. I was like, man.
I used to guide. I didn't have time for that.
I did really fine until like I think it was then because I was just like, I got to a point where like I gotta restart this whole thing because I have no idea where I'm at, and I keep getting eaten by these gray monsters that I also can't see. It's just but yeah, it's a great game. And then so I beat Hellblade. I'm playing Concrete Genie right now. I'm finally doing what Logan says. It's a fine game. But I'm not 100% onto it. And then I beat Ape Out, and then Call of Duty 2X Double XP weekend was this weekend. So me and my friends played a lot of Call of Duty this weekend. So I played more games than I have in a long time just this weekend, just plowing through stuff. So
nice,
but a lot of Call of Duty, but that's about it.
Look at you! Did you earn any Yoshi coins?
Yeah, I did. I don't even know if they got them all. That's how much I got done. So
I forgot.
And it turns out Jesse started playing Concrete Genie the same time I did. So now we're kind of both playing through it together. So
that's awesome.
All right, well, you guys know my story. It's Mass Effect Legendary Edition right now, as well as Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, I mean,
Every time people talk about it, it's like I better not go to Walmart because I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it if I see it.
yeah. I mean, like I've already said enough about it. I have. So, so we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this show up. Everybody, it's time for plugs. So, let people know how they can stay connected with you. Go, Corey.
Yeah, you can find me at I am Corey in HD on Twitter. You can find me hosting the Boss Rush podcast and Tower Casuals, our Destiny podcast, and frequent appearance across the other shows.
All right, Justin.
So you can find me at Zoomy2009 on all the major platforms: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I haven't been on as much but I just signed up to be a member for the Dad Gaming for Extra Life this year, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So trying to raise, like I said, a goal of $1,000. I'm just gonna try and work on setting up a schedule to hit that goal before October. Kind of a mix, do maybe some interactive stuff on the Switch, maybe some Resident Evil. I don't know, just still trying to figure that out again with the wonderful amount of time I have being a dad and also trying to raise money. But Extra Life is amazing because it is raising money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So now being a dad, that obviously has a personal connection to me. So any money that those organizations can get to help kids is obviously amazing. So that is my plan for this year.
All right.
Nice.
Austin.
Find me at PlateStation on Twitter and everything else pretty much. And catch me on Crossroads and catch me on Lamb Party. And Trash Talk is coming back soon because football talk. And that's all that's all I really care to talk about. So that's coming back soon. Yeah, so check all that out.
All right. And as always, you can find me on social media, Exodus803, EXODUS803. Also, I am now official on YouTube.com. You can look me up, Exodus803, because I have my custom URL now. So, yes, don't forget you're tuning in on twitch.tv/Exodus803. And I think I've talked enough about myself. Here's a reminder to head over to BossRushGames.com and take a look at all the content Boss Rush has to offer. Today's Boss Rush banner asks, should adults outgrow video games? I'm just going to be rhetorical and say hell no. I feel like my life would be substantially more boring if I didn't have video games. It'd be more boring and I'd probably be homicidal by now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Video games don't make you violent; it prevents you from being violent.
Exactly. No, I'm not gonna. I was about to say a really bad joke that had to do with Saints Row, but if you caught last week's show, you already know about the joke.
Are you still gonna beat people with a dildo bat? Is that what you were about to say? You're about to start beating people?
I mean, you could see our Twitter conversation about Saints Row.
I already said the S word, LeRon. You might as well get your money's worth and just start saying everything.
I told LeRon that spit is the devil's lube and just to strap in.
Jeez.
It's never a dull moment here at Crossroads, that's for sure. Also, Corey and the guys, including myself, have a frank discussion about community on episode 95 of the Boss Rush podcast. Also, check out Boss Rush's Entertainment's review of the latest episode of High School Musical, the series. I can't believe it's actually written like that, but I looked
It
it up,
is.
and that's how it is. And we need to have an intervention with Logan. We really do.
In the words of Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, look at this and tell me there's a god.
Don't forget about our other shows and editorials available over at bossrushgames.com. And if you can't get enough of hanging out with us, come hang out over at the Discord community. Simply call Boss Rush Games, the Discord. The link has already been provided in our Twitch chat tonight. And we'll keep this train going. Boss Rush Games is calling all writers. Are you passionate about video games, enjoy writing, and are hoping for a place to publish? If you are, email us at opportunities@brg@gmail.com to apply. Again, that is opportunities@brg@gmail.com. If you're curious about what we do, head over to bossrushgames.com and check us out today. All right. Of course, at PS_Crossroads, you can hit us up on Twitter to talk about more news, events, and topics. And that's our show for tonight. The Boss Rush Games family wants you all to have a great night. Go out there, play games, be better. We're all a community here. Uplift each other. And be nice. Be nice. The internet is the last place you want to be an asshole. There you go. I said it. Have a great night, y'all. We will be back here next week.
Bye.
See y'all next week.